previous video I mentioned all the benefits you can unlock just by filing your taxes. In this video we're going to talk about what that actually means. All the items mentioned in this video are what I'm going to refer to as benefits. And these aren't the same thing as a tax credit. In most cases, a tax credit is used to offset income tax already paid. And so in order to use it, you have to have paid some income tax. A benefit, on the other hand, doesn't require any income at all to claim and can be given to you without you having to pay any tax at all. Confusingly, sometimes the information for these different benefits brands it as a tax credit, but really these are benefits, not tax credits. And because we all live in a federal system, there are some benefits administered by the federal government and some administered by the provincial governments. And in this video, I tried to add them all together to give you an idea of what you stand to receive in the province that you live in. Most of these benefits are income tested, which means you stand to earn more the less money you make. In theory, this is to provide more money to the lowest income individuals. And this is a good chance to talk about the difference between income versus wealth when talking about who we're helping with these taxes. In Canada, the system is geared towards redistributing money from the wealthy to the unwealthy. And because you don't really have a measurement for how wealthy you are, the CRA uses your income as a proxy for wealth. In most cases, this works fine, but it is of course feasible and entirely legal for someone with a net worth of, say, $1 billion to claim tax credits ostensibly designed for low-income individuals. So let's just go through the information I've compiled here. I've used the CRA's benefits calculator and I've dug into each provincial website's information pages to pull all of the benefits available. So note that this won't include benefits that you have to apply for specifically. These are only benefits that will come to you automatically if you file your taxes. It won't include any municipal subsidies available to you, and it doesn't include things like social assistance or welfare. So these numbers are for a single person living by themselves making $0 income. Okay, so here we have, divided into province, all the benefits that are available to you. Canada implemented a climate action initiative which covers almost all the provinces and is a rebate towards the carbon taxes that have been implemented countrywide. There is a GST rebate, which is to offset tax that you've paid. Some provinces offer an affordable living or a cost of living adjustment, which gets paid out either monthly or quarterly. Only some provinces have this. I included here, just for general interest, a one-time affordability here that British Columbia offered to its residents. This is kind of a COVID response benefit, but it just shows the appetite for providing support for everybody. You can see that Ontario is the highest amount here, is the most you stand to gain. Keep in mind this was input using numbers of zero income and paying something like $50,000 in rent per year. Ultimately, this is not a realistic situation here. There's not really a person who's making zero money and paying $50,000 in rent, but this is what's possible based on plugging numbers into the system. Coming in second, we have Quebec, which instead of that affordability credit, they have something called a solidarity credit. And again, they call it a credit even though it's a benefit. Also have this nice map to see where you get it the best. Ontario leading the pack. Like I said, that includes that property tax rent credit, which is maybe unrealistic to put in here, just to give you a flavor of where you get it the best. So after doing the single person's credits available, I thought, these numbers don't seem high. Let's see how we can max this out a little bit here. And so the real benefit in Canada for getting the money out of the government is to have kids. I think this is because Canada doesn't want to have the financial situation of parents to impact the lives of their kids in too disproportionate a way between the rich and the poor. Ultimately, this is an admirable goal. So in the family of four section here, now this has 2 adults and 2 dependents living together, all making zero income. You can see the same boxes here as a single person. The climate credit now is a family version of the same one. In Ontario, property tax is the same thing. Ontario gives you a provincial tax rebate as well. You can see the biggest ticket item on here is CCB, the Canada Child Benefit. So this is something that is income tested. It decreases in value the more money you make. But if you make no money and have 2 kids, you're going to get $13,712 per year, which is quite a lot. That seems like a big number. But I would challenge anyone to raise a family of 4 on this income. In terms of where you get it the best, no surprise, Quebec is in the lead here with $21,416 per year. And this is in line with Quebec's general philosophy of encouraging people to have more kids. And so you can see having kids is really the game changer here for unlocking the government money. Not to say that having kids is going to make you a wealthy person, but if your goal is to extract the most out of the government, then have as many kids as possible. Here's another visual representation of the country to show where you get it the best. Like I said, Quebec, far and away in the lead here. Other provinces giving you somewhere between $15,000 to $19,000 per year. And the bulk of this money is the Canada Child Benefit. Quebec is the only province that has a specific family allowance. And this number for Quebec doesn't even include the long-envied childcare system, where not only is the childcare inexpensive at government-run facilities, if you go to a private facility, they give you a rebate on that payment, and they even give it to you in advance. There's a lot of good things to say about the Quebec system for having kids. If I could give one piece of advice to improve your financial position while having a family, it would be to move to Quebec.